Maybe. There we go. Alright, now we got some audio working. Sorry. Take a moment. Had some audio issues.
We don't want to talk about issues on audio. Keep that shit to ourselves around here.
Yeah, I got it fixed. Took 2 seconds.
My fucking kryptonite is audio issues on stream.
Yep. Some meat. Don't you come up over here? He did. My man Cheeto is here watching my booty cheek meat. I mean, wait, what? That didn't come out right.
Dropping money lap. Wish we could find like this in the real one. Yeah, how you been, brother?
TACOM, I need eyes overhead.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Can you get him? Shot. Good shot.
It's the HDR and the Kilo.
Oh, he's in the top.
Inbound. Marking new safe zone.
Top of the house right here.
I'm coming. Coming.
Exploited.
What?
I didn't know what you were doing.
In a match? Oh, that's the guy over there.
Who's next? Got now. Cancel that.
And pulled him out of the woods. Yep, he's got it.
15 ETA! Enemy movement.
Behind me.
Oh, we actually have to move.
Get to the safe zone.
Dropping money up by.
You're losing ground. Move it.
My little contribution there.
Get a UAV on grid.
I literally dove over that guy.
Yeah, he shot at the wrong Cheeto. Gotta go like
Hostile local.
I don't know, boys. I think I'll take the draw over the,
Hostile UAV in the area.
Draw over the Kilo. I would agree with you.
No, I don't know about the Kilo.
And I picked up Latimer's the other day, and it felt way better. I like the Kilo, but I like the Graw. Broke that guy. There you go.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Yes, sir.
Gas is closing in. Relocating safe zone. Gulag's locked down. Area's clear. Engaging mark target.
Nice. Oh, come on. I hit him, too.
Head for my weapon.
I broke him.
Loadout drop headed your way.
We're going to pink.
Yep.
Alright, be aware we got guys on,
Getting sniped at.
Moving here.
Top of train. Ooh.
Guys on top of
Only
purple
25
ping
left.
too.
Keep up the good work.
Purple?
Pink ping. There are people on it.
Yep.
Head to the safe zone. Gas is
Are they
closing
on
in.
it or in the building next to it?
I saw one on it. Yeah, they're right here.
Destination marked.
I played it?
Oh shit! Behind us! Behind us! Behind us! Behind us!
Yep. Oh, there's a guy on the rooftop of the other building too. Fat rip.
Lord have mercy.
Down, Corey. Down one.
Copy.
Behind that tree. Tagged him once.
Safe zone relocated.
Behind you, Corey.
How is he not? Thank you, Jesus Christ.
To your right. Corey. He was that way.
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
Oh shit.
God,
So
my boy.
you gotta be careful. There's still a sniper out there.
You've got gas moving in.
Yes, my boy.
Got him.
You're just better.
Another one, I think.
No, that was a squad play. What the fuck? Nope, he had no plates.
Ooh, that's gonna be close.
Brother.
Oh, up on the roof. Bam.
I went too high. There's a whole
Oh
team right here.
no.
I wasn't prepped for that.
He wasn't ready.
Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone.
I was going for the buyback. I didn't realize I didn't have a gas mask.
Losing ground. Moving. Only 4 left.
It's me versus them three.
Good try.
Jeez.
She giggles. I am him. Playing on a 49-inch ultra wide.
Wasn't
See?
even on you.
One 49-inch ultra wide here. One 49-inch ultra wide up here. Game PC, stream PC. And then I've got a small, well, I got a 27-inch monitor over here turned vertical for my Discord and my audio settings, stuff like that for my headset.
Alright, boys. That's gonna be it for me.
That's gonna be it for you.
What a knock.
Yes.
Yeah. All right,
All right,
then.
y'all have a good night.
You too,
Hi,
brother.
buddy.
Okay.
Guess what I'll do? I'm gonna run some multi or something like that. Just keep working on getting some level up on the sniper.
Cheeto, did you end up getting the scope that you wanted?
Yes, I did get the scope. It didn't. It wasn't worth the fuck.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
I still would like to grind it more to get the big boy. Hang on, I'll tell you what it is. What is it? Come on. Anyways, you got to get the SVD up to 20 something. Let's see. What is it? What is it? The Red Whale custom zone.
Okay.
But SVD has to be locked or unlocked to level 20. Might get it tomorrow.
All right, boys. You guys have a great night. Have a good Monday.
You too, man. Likewise, likewise.
Night, y'all.
Good night, bud. Appreciate the game, brother.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Get on tomorrow. We'll be on tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I'll jump on tomorrow night after the kids go down for bed. Usually between 8 and 8:30 is usually when they go to bed, so about as quick as I can get on. All right, brother. Have a good Monday. Talk to you later.
You too, man.
Bye. How you doing, Becca? Brighten things up a bit since I'm got the overhead lights on. Brighten it up here.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Almost done.
I'm not concerned about it. I can play like this, no problem. It's John. What's up? Oh, my bad. I see the king, not the queen. My bad. My bad. Gee. Look at that burn line. Yeah. Ooh, it's crispy. This one ain't as bad, but it's still burnt. I wonder why I can't find a match. Let's go into the filters. It won't let me deselect any of this stuff. It'll let me deselect all of them, but it won't let me pick and choose which ones I want. We're on this. It's locked. Barrage, firing range, and nomad. No thanks. Sharpshooter, low town, dealership, extraction, bounty, hideout. All of these look awful. Derb Cheeto up on kick. Let's go. Gotta get with you soon on how to get my computer to run a second monitor. Okay, it has 2 HDMI ports, but only one picks up. So on your graphics card, John, so like if you're looking at the back of the, we can just do it this way. Let's make life a whole lot easier. Google. So the biggest thing, John, if you are, no, that's not what I wanted. I didn't want to do shopping. I just wanted to do images. Hello. Images, thank you. Come again. Like if we're looking at the back side of the computer, if we're looking at the back of the computer, John, right? This is the best picture. Yeah, no. So you're not connecting up here. You're connecting down here. Didn't know you were live. I would have hosted you. You're good. You're good. You're good. I need to get some. Still trying to get some flexibility back. I can imagine. So if you've got two different HDMI ports down here, then you need to plug in both HDMI ports, one to each monitor, and then on the desktop, you will right click and it will pull up display settings. And then you may have to just search. Something you may have to do is turn off and turn back on the computer, because if the computer's already loaded and you plug in the second monitor, it may not pick up on it. So that's the biggest thing. If it's got a graphics card that has two HDMI outputs, then you just have to right click the one HDMI and one VGA port. Okay. And that's fine. You just make sure to right click on your dashboard, and when it pops up the little screen, click display settings, and then you may have to click the detect button for it to identify that you have a second monitor connected, and then from there you'll be able to rearrange it where you were. Just ordered a VGA to HDMI cable to run a second monitor. I got you. I got you. Hey John, are y'all? Do you know if y'all are coming to Easter? Lifeline, Warhead, Bullets. When is it? Easter Sunday, April the 20th. I believe. I got 3 hooked up, but I wish it was only 2 since I don't have that great of a graphics card. See, I've got 2 monitors hooked up, and I've got a 3080, but it also has to do with resolution, so I gotta play with it that way. April the 20th, John, is Easter. Yes, we will be there. Okay, cool. You got a 2070 Super? See, that's what I had for the longest time. I don't know what resolution you're trying to game on. 3 monitors on a 2070 that's only got 8 gigs, of RAM. That's going to be, pushing it a little, but not much. See, my problem is I should split this monitor. So on the right-hand side of y'all's screen, you can see I got the top monitor and bottom monitor. It's a 49-inch ultra-wide. You can have it set where literally straight down the center here, right where my head is, but it'll make it 127-inch or 26 or 24.5-inch, whatever. And I can split it. So it'll be 2 separate screens within the same monitor, but the computer sees it as 2 separate monitors. If I did that, then I could actually default to a 1080p at 240 hertz. But I like the big peripheral, truth be told. It's really nice. Gaming at 1080, streaming at 1080. Okay. But yeah, it's Sunday, April the 20th. We're going to eat at 3. But we're going to have little festivities for the lit ones and stuff like that. And hang out and chat and chill. I know Dad and Peggy are coming. So, 2070 Super on gaming, 1080p and streaming 1080p on a 244 hertz monitor. Yeah. What, not getting all I could. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've got the gaming PC with a 3080, and I've got a Ryzen 9 7950X 3D and 64 gigs of RAM. And on a 4K monitor like this, I'm averaging 100 to 115, 120 hertz. Or sorry, 115 to 120 FPS, realistically. We'll go into Nuketown. Nuketown should not be that much of a load, so to speak. And let's go to the live scene. Realistically, I should be like 200, right? But I'm sitting here, like, I can't go any less. Let me show you this. Okay, if I go into settings, graphics,
Take your beat.
it won't even let me do true full screen.
Using lethal.
Let's see if I apply that 16 to 10. It just shrinks down my peripheral.
Hostile UAV established overhead.
But I can't change it from 4K. And for some reason in display mode, I don't have the option for full screen exclusive. Okay. Okay, I was looking around. Wow. What's up, man? I miss you. Miss you too. The next day or two, I'm getting back a streaming setup. That's what's up. There you go. Thank you, baby. i7 10700KF. Okay, 64 gigs of RAM. The one I sent you the other day. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Good deal. Wait, Activision. Well, what? Maybe I couldn't do that while I was in game. Let me try. Let's see here. Graphics. Nope, there is. I do not have the option. Full screen exclusive is not supported because your operating system gives priority to another window. It's because I have this other monitor and it's classified as my home screen. Need an i9 and a 4070 or 5080 and I would be all set. You say that, you're probably not correct. I mean, like I said, I'd love to have a 5090, you know? Because I mean, I got and technically speaking, you could upgrade to the newest, latest, and greatest CPU, but like if I had, like I've got the Ryzen 9 79, it's the 7950X 3D, right? So it's not the current most CPU, I don't think, because AMD, I believe, has just recently released newest AMD CPU. So it's the 9 series. They've got the 9950X and the 99. Let's see here. Where is NZXT system spec? So I'm the Ryzen 9 7950X. So I'm the last generation's setup. I would join you, but I'm waiting on a call from my lady, and she hates when I'm playing and don't pay attention to her. I understand. I'd get irritated too if I called to talk with somebody and they're more focused on something else. But yeah, I mean, I've got the prior generation's latest and greatest CPU, like the Mac Daddy of them, right? 16 core, 32 thread, 3D cache, 64 gigs of RAM. And, I mean, it's just, I got 232 sticks of RAM. I thought about adding 2 more, but I don't have a need for 128 gigs. I don't. Genuinely zero need. Is the NVIDIA 1660 Super okay for a GPU? If all you're trying to do is stream, yes. Yeah, if you're using that GPU for a streaming GPU, that's more than enough. Yeah. The new i9 and the 5080 wouldn't have to upgrade for any new games for several years. That's true. That's what my computer has. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. It's fine if you're going to just game, and it's fine if you're just going to stream. It doesn't quite have enough graphics card RAM to handle both and it be efficient at both. Like, technically speaking, my gaming computer has more than enough to game and stream simultaneously. But I just want to eke out a little bit more performance, so that's interesting. Random. Okay. But yeah, if you've got like the MSI 1660, or I don't know what specific graphics card you have. Yours has got a VGA port. It might be one of the older setups because VGA is kind of old school. But chances are your 1660 Super is got 6 or 4 gigs of RAM. So I'm streaming and gaming on a 2070 Super, and it's not doing too bad. No, and I agree with you. When Verdansk first launched, that's what I was doing too. I was gaming and streaming on a EVGA RTX 2070 Super. I had a Ryzen 9 3900X, and I had originally 16 gigs of RAM, but I did upgrade to 32 gigs because I started adding, more than one camera. And after I upgraded to the 32 gigs of RAM, the dropping or sketchiness of some of the webcams when I was in this multi-camera view went away. And this gaming computer would stream a game and it really wouldn't care. I mean, I'm really not utilizing to the full capacity, especially CPU wise, not even close. Graphics card wise, when I'm gaming, of course, I'm utilizing 98 to 100% of the graphics card in terms of just utilization, but I'm only using like 8-ish gigs of the 12 or 16. Can't remember how many gigs of VRAM this has. EVGA for the win 3 3080. I believe it's 12. Yeah, 12 gig card. So I still have 4 or 5. It would do it. But for rendering purposes, the fact I'm playing in 4K, like I said, if I were to do a picture-in-picture mode where the screen I had 2, so out of the back of my graphics card, there's multiple HDMI or DisplayPort inputs on the back of this bottom and top monitor for that matter. And if I were to have it set up where my gaming computer had 2 HDMI cables or display ports plugged into the gaming monitor, and I ran it picture in picture, it would split the screen perfectly down the center. I would have a left monitor and a right monitor within one housing. The computer recognizes it as 2 separate monitors, and it does I could do 4K, right? But it wouldn't be in this giant aspect ratio like this 49-inch ultra wide is. So I'd basically have one monitor here, one monitor there. And if I did that, it would eliminate this monitor over here, which would be fine. And I would have a smaller screen to play on, which may be beneficial overall because when I'm looking here and I'm looking top dead center, there's so much space over here that's kind of out of your main, 90-degree line of sight, so to speak. And so as a result, you know, I might benefit from doing it that way. But again, I really, really like having this wide aspect ratio. It's very encompassing. So I don't know. Like I said, you see the dude, this arm hurts the worst. This one ain't too bad. I don't know why I guess because I was doing this a lot with the shovel. So, but yeah, we can turn the brightness down a little bit now. Let's turn down the brightness on these cameras or on these lights above me here. There we go. But yeah, ooh, there went the chair. Wondering what it's gonna do. It's been a while since I did that. On streaming, what would be a good camera? The camera that I use right here, it's a Logitech 920. The camera that's back there is also a Logitech 920. Logitech C920 HD if you wanted to do an HD, it doesn't really matter. You know, for the longest time, I ran a DSLR camera, one of Whitney's Sony's, and had the adapters and everything. And though that's beautiful, and you can see there's frame rates here that kind of fight you. So you can see it's like 30-ish to 60 FPS. With the DSLR, it was true 60 frames per second. So I mean, you could do the Logitech. Let's see here, C9 920. They're, you know, 50 to 60 bucks. You could do a 4K if you really wanted to. Meh, whatever. You could also do the Elgato face cam. It's a little bit more pricey in that the Elgato face cam, you know, you can get the face cam from Best Buy. It's about 90 bucks, give or take. Okay, 130 bucks, correction. But it's a true 1080p at 60 FPS. Ultimately, I'm looking just for a true 1080p. That's really what I care the most about. I still think I may eventually, if I continue to stream and really enjoy getting back into it, I may end up picking one of these guys up because it's a really nice webcam. I don't have a problem with this one. It's clear, you know. It really is. It's a very crisp, clean visual. It's still 1080p, but I like that at 60 FPS just so that as you guys know, I talk a lot with my hands. This movement goes away a little bit, this weird movement. But the Elgato face cam is definitely a great one. You can get a refurbed one off of Amazon for 87 bucks, but the Logitech is cheaper. And it's simple USB plug-in. It functions. Logitech and Elgato and Stream Deck, they're all one big bubble. Same company. The Logitech C920 is still a very good quality. This is the Logitech C920E. That's what this one is. And the one back there is just a Logitech C920. I got you. When she gets a computer, start streaming. I totally understand. The microphone that I use, I really like. And if she really gets into it and she starts using the computer to game, so my headphones plug in to the camera right here. So let's do this. Here, transform, fit this to the screen. So I run the, you know what, I can just do it this way. I run the Elgato Wave 3. About 150 bucks on Amazon. That is the camera or the microphone that I use. My headphones actually plug into the microphone. The microphone, of course, then plugs into the computer. And one of the reasons why I use this is because it has the Wavelink software. And so the Wavelink software, so you guys can see I have all these different audio channels. So if I'm online listening to something, it's what I hear and then what the stream hears. I can adjust them independently. So like my microphone, which is the Elgato Wave, is muted. I'm talking to you guys through the voice mod application, which is this guy right here. So I can, you know, of course, let's see here. Let me make it where I can hear myself. There we go. And then I can do things like this. Oh, yeah. But yeah. So there's that. So I can change things, make myself a robot. Or TPing. Ooh, yeah. Anyways. I use the voice mod. Let me know when you're back, John. I know you've got ads going right now, which is odd considering I don't think I have any ads set up on Twitch. Monetization, ads. Close. Ads automatically scheduled. Potential revenue increase. Okay. Net ad revenue share. Pre-rolls for ads. Fully disabled. Ad frequency. Run 1.5 minute ad every 18 minutes. Okay. Accept. Cool, I guess. I don't know. Didn't even realize I had ads on Twitch. So there's that. Huh. All right, Dan. I'm back now. Okay. But basically what I was doing, so this is my Wave 3 software that you see here. And it comes included with the microphone that I use. So audio goes out to, as you can see here, every time I talk, the audio goes out to the stream, which is this little icon right here. And this is my headphone audio. So I can control the volume of my audio in my headset separately than what the stream hears. This is the raw microphone. This is my voice mod. So obviously you guys know. Please hold. It's taking a minute to load. There we go. Creepy. Anyways. You guys get the point. So I can hear the feedback, what you hear. I can mute what goes out to the stream. I can lock this. So if I adjust, the ratio stays the same, which is a really great feature. So for me, considering the fact that I'm gaming and the microphone is all in the gaming microphone or the gaming computer,
I'm able to adjust my headset audio separate from the stream. So I can have, you can make all these different inputs whatever you want. So input here, this is going to be Discord. So in Discord, I can control the volume in my headset. So if I need to crank up, so I really hear it loud, but I don't want the stream being dominated by the guys talking in Discord, I can turn the volume down going out to the stream. You know, there's a lot of different features that this microphone offers. And you know, John, how much of a nerd I am when it comes to audio stuff. So having this control is huge. In the streaming world, for the longest time, everybody ran a Go XLR, which uses a phenomenal XLR microphone, which has great sound, capturing all the nuances of your voice. This microphone does a great job at doing that. It does. But yes, technically speaking, the XLR is considered a little bit better microphone. But it is a technology hardware typed microphone. So you have the microphone, it goes into an XLR base. That XLR base is the interface that connects the microphone to the computer, whereas this is a USB. This plugs right in to the computer. And you download the Wavelink software. I can choose, like, so you can see this microphone is muted both to my headset and to the stream because I'm using the voice mod application for the output for my voice. The game audio, obviously, apps is going to be Call of Duty. So I can control game volume in my headset versus the game volume going out. You know that I'm halfway deaf, so I have it very, 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 very loud. The stream doesn't need an ear-bleeding, ear-piercingly loud game audio. Voice chat, same thing. This external input, this is what connects the streaming PC to the gaming PC. So the audio from the alerts from the live stream are piped into my gaming computer in the back with like a 3.5mm headphone jack from line out on the streaming computer to the line input on the gaming, and it feeds it right here. And again, I can control, like, I don't need the sound when you guys do anything on the live stream. I don't need it to generate a loop because it will. So I've got that muted. You know, so on and so forth. All kinds of different options here, and you can add, you know, more and more and more and more and more. Whatever you want to add, you can just keep adding and keep adding. You get 9 right now. So it's just one of those things. I don't know why Grammarly is in there. Let's remove that input because I have no need for it. The aux1, we can remove that input. Apparently, and you can drag these and move them around as need be. So, but yeah, I mean, you can line them up. What is that one called again? This is the Elgato Wave 3. So, there we go. Just posted that in the stream. So, Elgato Wave 3. That is the microphone that I use. And it is specifically set up where you can technically have this microphone can, technically speaking, be a dual feed microphone. So I could have this set up in such a way that one USB goes into one computer and then the headphone port goes to the other computer. And so when I turn the headphone side on, it's sending out audio signal to 2 separate particular feeds. And then I can just plug my headphones right into the computer, if that makes sense. So it can do dual PC microphone. And that's one of the major reasons why I did it when I originally had done it that way. But now I'm able to feed all the audio through the gaming computer, and it comes out as a single almost as if my gaming computer was a DVD player, if you will, and it's feeding all of that into my capture card on the streaming computer. So, without going into a 10-minute expose on that, but I'm a big audio nerd. You guys know that. So, for me, the Elgato Wave 3, because it is a software-based, technology-supported typed microphone, there are always updates and whatnot. And see, I can choose where I'm listening. Like, obviously, right now I'm listening in the headphones section. So if I move this over a little bit, you guys can see the little green ear is over here. That is on my monitor mix, which is what I'm hearing, and it's under the headphones. I can click here, and then obviously I hear what you hear, and vice versa. The bottom one is obviously what's being fed to the stream, and that's that. And obviously I have it on a boom. This microphone is on a boom. So I've got it on a boom arm, and it's the Elgato arm. So this one, they have a high profile, which I'm pretty sure I have that one in the shed, because I did have this one originally. But I have the lower profile one, which is this one here. So it goes underneath this front monitor. So I have a slew of Elgato products from 2 separate of the XL Stream Decks. One is on the streaming PC for me to be able to transition between scenes by just clicking a button. And then on the gaming PC side, I have all of the,
I told
buttons.
you we needed more glitter.
Give me money, give me money, give me money, give me money, give me money.
So, where's my... there.
I told you we needed more glitter.
So, yeah. Is there a way to connect her PS5 to the PC and stream through the PC while playing on the PS5? Yes, there is. It is with an Elgato capture card. That's one way. The second way is by using the PlayStation app. So there's the PlayStation Remote Play app. So you download the Remote Play onto the PC and the gaming console, and basically you can see the screen of the PlayStation. But going the route of a capture card is the more direct way. Streaming it through the app is going to be a little bit of a lag, obviously. Elgato capture card for the PS5. So the Elgato HD60, I actually have one. So if you want, John, you can have it. The biggest thing that's going to be a little bit of a difficulty is that, if I'm not mistaken, unless they've updated this, and correct me if I'm wrong, on the PS5, when it comes to audio output, when you can have it output through just the headset, obviously the controller will play audio too if you want it to, or just through the TV, but it won't do both. Am I correct in that? Can you have the TV playing the game audio and a connected headset? If that is the case, it creates a little bit of a conundrum in the audio side of things. That's one thing that the prior generation PlayStations made simple. Only plays through one or the other. So that's where it's going to become a problem. and that's where streaming creates a difficulty when you start adding components. So when you plug that Elgato HD60 into the computer, now you have a way to capture the video into the streaming software, and then from the streaming software out. Let me just get out of this game. So I bet everybody watching didn't realize they were getting a streaming tutorial today. And I appreciate everybody hanging out who is here. Let's see here. I believe I have like Streamlabs on this computer. I do. All right. So I have used Streamlabs for a long time. But I am currently coming to you live from OBS, only because OBS didn't charge me anything to stream to Restream, which then allows me to stream to Twitch and YouTube and Facebook and Kick and everything all in one. Only plays through one or the other. Or is there a controller? The PS5 controller will connect to the PC, John. You hardwire it right in, or you can Bluetooth to it. You can use a standard PS5 controller on PC. So she could game and stream on that PC. Truth be told, if I'm not mistaken, it's got 32 gigs of RAM, and it was a 4070 Ti. And I want to say it was a 16 gig card. It'll stream and game. 1000%, especially playing Fortnite. Fortnite is not a very graphically dense game, so, you know, it's definitely a viable option. But the hard part about the PS5, so the PS4 and the Xbox you could do both. PS4 you couldn't, but you could use the Astro A40 mix amp. So it had the HDMI port in the back, not an HDMI port. It had a what's the word I'm looking for? It had a fiber optics port in the back and a USB port. So Cheeto, woo woo, appreciate the love over there on Kick, brother. So with the Astro A40 mix amp, which I still have that too, you could take the fiber optics cable and it would plug into the back of the PlayStation, which would give you your audio input. The USB plugged into the PS4 would give you the microphone from your headset to be in game. And when you did that, the output still functioned because it was almost like you'd plugged in another controller. For a long time before I got the mix amp, that's exactly what I had to do. I had to turn on another controller, plug my headset into that controller, and then I had audio. It was stupid. So, you know, if she really wants to, I would say get her set up on that computer. I would say really that CPU is going to need an upgrade. I mean, it just is. The 5700 is not terrible. Ryzen 7 5700. You know, 8-core 16 thread. It'll probably do it still, truth be told. It really would. 8-core 16 thread. It'll do it. So it'll be an upgrade over what she's been playing on anyways. Alt Z. I can't remember how I get rid of the Control R, maybe. Control Z? No. I've got, in the top right-hand corner of my screen here, it's bothering me. I've got one of the FPS counters, and I thought it was Alt-R. Alt-Q. Anyways. I know mine can handle stream and game at the same time, and it's not as good of a PC. Yeah, hers will do it. Doesn't like it, but it'll do it. Yeah, yours is graphics card limited. That's why. You've got an 8 or a 4 gig to 6 gig graphics card, and that's why. It just doesn't have enough RAM to process across the board. So, That's where it struggles. But I mean, you can pick up a good quality, like a 3060 Ti, a 4070, 4060. Most of these graphics cards, new at like Micro Center, are only between $200 to $500, depending on where you go. You can go with the AMD graphics card and get spec-wise a higher grade graphics card for around the same price. I'm an NVIDIA guy personally, and I just like, they've been good to me over the years, so I kind of stick with what I know. I've got friends of mine that buy really badass AMD graphics cards, and you know what? It works for them, and that's great, but I found for graphics cards, NVIDIA's where it's at for me. So, I want to get her set up before I upgrade. I understand. See, I really want to upgrade my graphics card as well and bring it into the 2020s. Like, I'm running a 3080. There's already a 40 series and a 50 series. So I'm 2 generations of graphics cards behind, but my graphics card is a good quality graphics card. So, I mean, if I were to upgrade, I don't even know what I would get at this point. Like, Micro Center is going to be probably at least a good place to go because it's, like, local. She's trying to make it a job, so to say, until health issues are figured out. I gotcha. So, like, RTX 5070 is $700. Mm-hmm. Let's look at the NVIDIA series. Let's look at the 5000 series. So 5070s, 5070 Ti, that's all they have right now. And it's a 16 gig card. That's $1,000. Let's look at the 40 series. They've got a 3080 Ti for the Win 3, which is my exact card, just the Ti version. And they want $540 for it, so $540. Like, I want to upgrade, but I don't know. PC parts, graphics cards, 40 series RTX. So I would need like a 4080 or better, and Micro Center doesn't have any of them. Man, they're in a weird slump, I think. $5070, $5070, $5070. They're saying that the 5000 series, they have 94. But they only show 6 products. Include out of stock items. There we go. 5090. So, like, the most bad to the bone CPU or graphics cards, $2,700. 5080, $1,500. Like, I just, ooh. And as the Asus ROG Astral, $3,400. Like, what? It's a 32 gig graphics card. I genuinely believe that, ooh, there's one. It's a NVIDIA, it's an Asus 5090 Astral LC, so it's a liquid cooled. Let me show you this guy. It's got its own cooler built in. That's a bad unit right there. If I were to do something like this, it's $3,720 freaking dollars. Like, I would do this, right? I would buy one of these if money wasn't an issue. I would buy one of these, and I would just run a single PC at that point. So, hey, I'll be right back, chat. Be right back. I gotta go potty. Actually, you know what, guys? I appreciate y'all, but I am going to go ahead and end the stream. I'm going to call it a night. It's 10 o'clock, and I got a long week ahead of me. So I appreciate y'all. We'll talk more. But yeah, John, questions, concerns, whatever, just shoot me a text. I'll help you however I can. And when you get the computer and whatnot, download TeamViewer, and I'll log in and help you guys. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all on the next one.